everybody. And we have a few announcements as far as people that are sick. Art's not feeling well. Carol's not feeling well. Elijah and Harper both have fever. Alice. And then Sunday at Andrew's house is a young adult or devotional. After you eat lunch, if you want to, you can go to their house and do that. Any other announcements? Will and his family Friday, so this is their last time with us. So as they travel to Florida. This evening, my message is going to be on men and specifically husbands. A study series, and I'm just taking some extra super in depth, but I want that. I know anybody needs a relationship, but especially with their wives, and for some reason, and our relationship with God. But what's your next if you're with your spouse, right? How many lessons do you actually hear preached about? Any besides reading well, God's truth, and so on and so forth. I think sometimes we lose what God really means. Some of those passages. So I want to cover some things. I want to talk about being as a husband. In other words, not being a loser, okay? Being a hero. Understand. The verse, therefore a man shall leave his father and mother and hold fast to his wife, and they shall be one flesh. Two people across the house, but one flesh. Okay, so keep that in mind. Have you ever in your marriage? I want to ask a real story. Why don't we? Each other, or are you simply me? The statement is can fall to stay and get real your business. You build a house, build a house. You don't be a, but sometimes we don't point. We think we don't need to. Oddly enough, we don't have to create this oneness God talks about because God created it in marriage. I want to talk about something called the one heart principle. And that is when I wound my spouse's heart, I'm really wounding mine too. But when I enhance my spouse's heart, I am really enhancing mine too. You ever thought about that? That your words and actions and snide remarks actually do some damage? When we are one, if I hurt her, I am hurting myself too. So in those subtle ways, when we make those comments that damage, they are not damage free. They do cause damage. So when I want to make that, when it comes to our marriage, when I make that comment, I want to be passive aggressive. This is what happens. This is an illustration of this balloon here, right? You got a blue and pink balloon. So blue's guy, pink's female, lady. and they're joined together. They're not separate. And you get those balloons and you blow them up. What do you see? You see one balloon, right? But inside that pink balloon is a blue balloon. Okay, so I'm not doing this live because I might scare people. But imagine I get a long needle and I say, I want to, they're trying to play it for me. I want to say there's a mark and make them mad. You get that needle and you poke in that balloon. What's left? Oh, it didn't just affect her like you thought it was going to. It affected both of y'all. So it blows up, and that's what's left. We can't damage the pink balloon without damaging the blue. We might think, well, she's over there, she's over here as an individual, but that's not the case because we are one. Jesus said, so whatever you wish that others would do to you, do also to them. For this is the law of the prophets. In Matthew 7:12. Most guys are selfish. I won't say all, but most. Go back to that one heart principle again. When I wound her heart, I really wound mine too. But when I enhance her heart, I enhance mine. So how do I enhance her heart? How do I be the hero she wants me to be? Well, I got 4 little things before we'll go into a long list of examples. One is, don't say everything you think. Say what is powerful and what helps. Third, don't say anything. Use the power of listening. And fourth, and which I'll expound on pretty soon, is go big with small things. Okay? I'm talking for, I would say, most women, not all. Women prefer their husbands master the small things, the small acts of service, kindness, initiative that adds up to a big thing. Marriages that struggle often have one or both persons fail to do the small things that matter. And it's those little things that lead to big issues. So the question might be asked, well, my marriage is in trouble. It used to be really good, but I think we need counseling. Well, counseling the answer? Or is it we stop doing the small things, meaningful things in our marriage? Small actions are the key to winning. Jesus mentioned small things in the Gospels. The widow's mite, with her small sacrifice, gave more than anybody else. That was small, wasn't it? Well, if you have this faith of a mustard seed, that's very, very small. A cup of cold water given in my name nets these big results. If you set out on a journey and you're just 1 degree off course over a long period of time, what's going to happen? You're going to be shipwrecked or shipwrecked your life. So many of us here have missed our intended marriage destination. And one way to get it back is on those small acts of service. Serve is the key word. Buying things like gifts, fancy things, they don't require you to serve. That's easy. Women, wives, really appreciate acts of service. So what are the little things that make a big difference in marriage? I'll give you a list. It's like 20 long. Okay. Taking initiative was number 1 answer. Seeing what needs to be done and doing it. Knowing my favorite radio station and turn it on while I'm in the car. Occasionally surprising me and bringing home my favorite drink. Randomly making the bed while I'm in the shower. Putting up dishes sometimes. Holding the baby when you come up from work. Turning off the TV. compliment me on the job I do with the kids, bringing me small, inexpensive gifts, planning a surprise date, surprising me, drive the kids to school, calling during the day, writing me cards of love. I'll cherish these forever. Tell me you prayed for me. Be my cheerleader in front of my friends and kids. Hang up the clothes. Lastly, but share the remote. Okay? These little things make a big deal. One lady said, my husband will take my car to get gas if he sees it's low on gas. It's surprising. How long do you hug your wife when you hug her, if you hug her? Is it like a quick hug? Oh, nice to see you. There's a thing, some of you might already know about this, but there's a book called Love Languages. You can go online, look, if you Google 5 love languages, you can take a test. It takes 5 minutes, and it will tell you what your love languages are. Love languages are. Okay, there's words of affirmation, acts of service, receiving gifts, quality time, physical touch. Okay, I want to focus a little bit on physical touch, but not just for any real reason. Just focus on that some. Women say sometimes I want to be hugged because you love me, or affection without intention. Okay, it says physical touch. It didn't say sexual touch. Most women like to snuggle. And here are some examples that men we can do that I think your wives would probably like if you don't do them already. Put your arm around your wife while you are sitting in church, holding hands while driving in the car, giving her a shoulder rub, giving her a foot rub while watching TV. Greet her with a kiss. Be the last to let go from a hug. Hold her after you wake up. Her body needs it, but so does her heart. Who in here, men, how many of you are workaholics? If you're not, that's good, but it's hard not to be sometimes, right? So we have moved into a technological isolation, haven't we? Where I don't want to connect with that person, or maybe my wife. Well, women desire connection, and we can't connect or develop if we are isolated. If you want to be your wife's hero, you need to consider your wife's needs. So, 2 questions real fast. What are specific little things that you do in your marriage that are a big deal to your wife? You know what those are. I won't say a second. I'm sorry. I'm about to close here, but focus on her. Bringing her hope is very exciting to her. She knows you're trying, right? We're not perfect. I'm not saying everybody here is perfect. I wasn't perfect. I'm not perfect. But why not honor her like God wants you to and commands you to? Why not come to her and say, I've been thinking there might be some significant areas where I could honor you better than I've been doing. Or you might come to her and say, I just want you to know that I deeply care about the health of our marriage, and I am going to start with me. And that's all you got to say. You don't sit there and wait for her to say something back. Like, oh, it's my fault too. No, you don't listen. You don't wait for that. Go big with the small things and pray about it. Finally, I want to say some words that might really step on people's toes, including mine, because it does damage. Busyness is the enemy of death. What does that mean? Being busy, I'm not talking about work. I'm talking about chasing this, chasing that. I want more land. I want more guns. I want more this. I want more that. Is the enemy of death. And there is a cost to pay for busyness, and it usually is very steep. Not with just your wife, but your kids. Overcommitted, you can be overcommitted and underconnected. What prize are you chasing as husbands? Because God already provided you with the best prize you could ever have. Tonight, I know it's more focused on men and husbands, and that was on purpose. But tonight, if you're a guy, and believe me, I've been there, I was there, and you say, man, I've really got some things to work on, and you want help, let us pray for you. There's no shame. If you're a person who is not a Christian that wants to become a Christian because you realize that you're lost and you're not a child of God, we ask you to do that. And if you are a Christian but you've fallen away, you chose to let sin run your life, you chose to let sin run your marriage and ruin it, we ask that you come forward as we stand and sing. Wait, dear brother, why you so long? Your Savior is waiting.